Hello. Wow. Hey everyone. Hello people that may or may not be here. Hello, hello, hello. It's me. Your local of the virtual of the bakers, Salty Kichi. So, as you may or may not can tell, today is a stream that I just feel like doing because I am wanting to do a stream. I don't have any reason to why I want to stream today. So today is just one of those rare impulse streams, and you know, today I thought and thought and thought, and I don't know why, but today I am in the great urge just to have a cake. So I know that I really want to make a cake, and you know, making a cake in Minecraft is very, very easy, you know? So I just need to get some essential ingredients, you know. I need to get some milk. I have milk here, but I'm gonna go get more. I'll get some wheat. There's bound to be an egg somewhere, and then I need wheat. So let's see. So we need some sugar, so we need milk, sugar, egg, sugar, and then wheat. I'm pretty sure one of the chickens around here will drop an egg, and if not, I can probably find an egg, and I know that for a fact. Oh, our milk. Right, we got our milk, we got our sugar. Oh, there's our egg. Nice. And now we need to go get some wheat. Like that. Got some wheat here. Gonna throw these lads in there. And that's that. Pretty much got all our ingredients. You know, milk, sugar, egg, sugar, wheat. Nothing more, nothing less. Very simple what we're doing today, right? Doing the thing. Milk, sugar, egg, sugar, and then wheat. All of those to make a delicious cake that has frosting and a berry. Somehow. Curious, right? So, I don't know where to put this lovely cake though. This is a very nice cake. Imagine having a cake like that in real life though, that'd be really nice. It's a very pretty looking cake, all things considered, no? It's a simple, humble cake that seems to be like a nice basic cake on the bottom. Then on top it has some berries. We don't know where those berries came from, maybe it was some sweet berries. And a very nice thick white frosting. Very nice looking cake, no? Very lovely cake. So, you know, being a really nice, beautiful looking cake, and now that we have a nice visualization of what our cake should look like, I think it is only right, you know, I think it's only right that we try to now make a cake. Yes, it is time. We are going to make a cake. The prep list, there is only one thing to prep. And as you can see, I have the, not correct things, but I do have the necessary materials to make a cake. And the thing about this Minecraft cake that we are going to make is that this Minecraft cake is going to be, well, a cake that you would probably make from Minecraft? I don't know. Today we're making a very simple cake because I have always wanted to try to make a simple Minecraft cake because it has the ingredients to make a good cake. And some people have tried to make a simple Minecraft cake in the past, but they always stray away from the recipe, you see? They stray away from the recipe, the true recipe, the right recipe. And hold on, I gotta move my microphone as I continue talking. Ignore what that was. Nothing happened. Oh dear. Hold on. Make sure my laptop pinged it. Okay, how are we now? Alright, cool. Yeah, whoops. I accidentally just knocked over my monitor. How do I accidentally do that? we're making a cake. So, with that in mind now, with what we have presented, with what I have presented to you, I have now gotten the proper accompaniment to make a, hopefully, Minecraft. I've seen plenty of videos, on YouTube and all the sorts, making a cake that is very Minecrafty, but I'm a stickler when it comes to I'm very much a stickler when it comes to numbers. As much as you may know, I love numbers. Numbers are one of my favorite things of time. So, I am going to be sticking to, except for this for now, sticking to the bare essentials of this recipe. So, of course, there are some things that I am going to obviously put into the recipe, because it's impossible to make a cake without it. So, first of those things is we got the oven. It is preheated, set for 375. We got a baking utensil because I can't make a cake without baking it. I do not have the ability to mash a cake with my hands so fast that a cake appears. I do not have that ability. Not strong enough for that. Also, let me just peel off there. A little messy. Right. So anyways, making this cake is going to be interesting because the base idea of making a Minecraft cake, quote unquote, it works on paper because you got the things you need. You got the liquids, you got the flour, you got the sweeteners. The only thing I would want to add into this cake is maybe vanilla extract, but I'm going to keep very close to this recipe. This recipe is going to be 1-to-1 of what ratios are in the game. So, I'm also going to omit, obviously, one ingredient because I do not want to eat that in my cake. And that is when I break this egg, I'm not the shell. Call me a little bit of a baby. Call me a little bit of a coward. I gotta move my mic a bit closer, sorry. Call me a bit of a coward. Call me a little bit of a baby. But I personally do not want to eat an eggshell in my cake. I am not that deranged, and I do not want to do that to myself. And also, just to talk, say this really quickly, this recipe is going to be doubled, because if I did the one recipe that Minecraft has, it won't be that much cake. So, to try and circumvent that issue, is I'm going to double the recipe. So, theoretically, I should be able to make 2 cakes of this, but we're going to make one big cake, because I guess the Minecraft character is very, very small and needs to eat a lot more than what I doesn't eat as much, but so yeah, we're using 2 eggs, and these 2 eggs are going to be the most important thing, because the eggs, I do not know how heavy they are. We are doing ratios. The ratio that we are given in game is the same exact ratio we are going to do for this recipe. So it is going to be 2 parts egg. It's going to be 1 part egg, 2 parts sugar, 3 parts flour, and 3 parts milk. To stay in that idea of milk, 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 sugar, egg, sugar, wheat, wheat, wheat. So yeah. Hi, Lung. Hello. Hi, Lung. Alright, so let's get started and let's try to make this Minecraft cake. So first things first, as most you would, I'm gonna get 2 bowls. I do not have a crafting table because that is way too much for me. So this is what's gonna have to do for now. I'm also going to try to make this. The interesting thing about this cake, though, hi there, Sprockets, hi there. The interesting thing about this cake, though, is despite me following this recipe to an absolute T, I am still going to manipulate this recipe to make a nice, wonderful sponge cake. So, even though that on paper there's no leavening agent, there's nothing to make this cake nice and airy and fluffy, there is one potential way to where we can save this. So, there is a very lovely cake I love to eat. It is called an angel food cake. And using an angel food cake, the majority of the leavener is the egg whites. The egg whites you beat really, really hard until you get a meringue. With this meringue, it makes your cake a lot more fluffy, airy, and delicious. So, since we don't have a leavening agent, we are instead going to make the leavening agent the egg whites. This is also why I want to double the recipe, because if I double the recipe, theoretically, the product should come out a little bit better. So, gives us a bit more volume, gives us a bit more fluff and all that stuff to work with. I know I just said that I'm a stickler for numbers, but we are doubling the recipe. It is the same recipe. I just don't want a small cake. I want a slightly small cake. So, that is the plan. So, there is no recipe for today's stream, by the way. Today's recipe is sponsored by no one. Technically, you could say Mojang. Technically, you could say Minecraft. But we're just making a cake based off simple ratios. Yeah. So first things first, let us measure what one egg equals. One egg is 54 grams. This other one is also 54 grams. So there we go. We got our ratios then. So for our ratio, for flour, we need 54 times 4. So that's 112 grams of milk and flour. But since we're also doubling this recipe, we don't need 112. We actually need... Actually, that actually is a... Here, let me actually measure out 112 real quick. Maybe we might make a lot less cake than I initially thought. But we'll see. I'm just trying to figure out what bowl do I want to make this in. Okay, so 112. There we go. That's 112. Yeah, I'm gonna double it. 112. There we go. So now we have enough of that. We do not need the milk anymore. So the milk I'm going to leave to the side for now. And in this bowl, actually not this one, another bowl. This bowl right here, I'm going to measure the same amount in flour. Actually, wait, I'm actually going to sift the flour so we get a nice fluffy cake. So I'm going to actually just that, and I need 112 again. Another 112. Alright. So yeah, that's it for the flour. I'm gonna sift it by just kind of hitting my thing a bit. Make sure that it's just nice and fluffy. Now, I actually did just realize this. The most horrible thing about this recipe that's kind of tragic is that we do not have... Is that loud? I don't know if that's loud. Okay. If that's too loud, let me know. The most tragic thing about this recipe is that we cannot add salt. It is a sad day, it truly is, but to follow Minecraft's true recipe, we do not have flour. We do not have salt. But yeah. So there's that. Have you prepped the fish for the cake? There is no fish for this cake. There is no fish in this cake. This is the Minecraft cake. This is cake that is Minecraft flavored. It is from Minecraft because we're just going off ratios here. So yeah, this is Minecraft right now. Okay, so the initial recipe. So 54. So that means sugar, egg, sugar, 54, that is 108 grams. Give me the Minecraft cake now! Okay, Pero, you gotta wait. I'm gonna make you the cake. Please wait. I gotta just make the cake first. Don't hurt me, please. Alright, so to make this cake, I gotta make this quick now. I'm gonna get my face chewed off if I don't do this. Oh boy. So if we were doing a simple recipe, we would be doing 54 for everything around. So sugar, egg, sugar. Our egg was 54. Sugar, egg, sugar. So that means 2 sugars, and 2 sugars would be 108. So we're going for 108, but we're doubling the recipe, so it's gonna actually be 216. So I got 54 right here, but we need 206. No, don't hit me! Don't hit me, please! I'm making you the cake as fast as I can! I forgot the numbers already. You hit me so hard, I forgot how to make this cake! I forgot how to do numbers. Okay, hold on. I gotta go on my Apple Watch. I gotta go. 54. Was it 54 or 45? Hold on. Wait, I forgot. I think it was 54. Okay, so 54 times 4. That's 216. I need 216 grams. Also, do you like my little Scoopy? Is it cute? Little Scoopy I use. Use it to scoop all my flour, my sugar. Cute. It's a cute little thing. It's a scooper, like you would use for like a bakery and with flour and stuff, but it's small, and miniature, so it's perfect for sugar. Anywho, there we go. Now we have our sugar mixed out. I'm gonna throw around half of it into my bowl of flour, and we're gonna keep that in a different container. And now, this is the most important part of this recipe. We have to make a meringue. So, I'm going to try to measure out, separate these eggs. Making a meringue is very difficult for me because I have a hard time making meringue. But I'm gonna try my best to make a good meringue today. This meringue is gonna make or break this cake, so I gotta really make sure I make a good meringue. And this extra sugar, this extra egg, we are going to use into our cake. Raise. There we go. Throwing that into the bowl. Throwing the egg yolks into our milk, because we're gonna mix that together and it'll make a cake. And now, we have to do the most difficult thing for me. Making a meringue. Alright, so, to make this meringue, I have a stick blender. You have a whisk. You can use a whisk, but you're gonna have a tragically hard time. So, anyways. Give you the egg yolk? No, I need the egg yolk. I need that. You can't take it away from me. Oh, and I know it's kind of late to tell you, but noise warning. Heads up. We're gonna beat this egg. We're gonna make a meringue until it's like stiff white heat. That is what we are looking for now. It's starting to foam up, so I'm gonna add some sugar. It's spinning. Did you like that? Isn't that kind of cool? The bowl spinning. I see fish on the pet. I don't know. Oh no, that's my pet fish. His name is Jeffrey. He is here for moral support, and also to make sure that he's making sure that I'm on task. Alright, I gotta add some more sugar. I will devour everything on the table. Don't! No! You can't! You'll get salmonella! If you want salmonella, I mean, I guess, go ahead, but no, don't do that. It's bad. Salmonella's not good for you. Juvie. This is why you're not good at Minecraft, because you eat too much egg whites, and you get salmonella. Is this why? Is this why? It must be. This is the explanation. This is the explanation to everything, isn't it? What? I don't get salmonella. I'm a dog. I get peg rolled. But you're a robot dog. You can't have something liquid. Robots can't consume liquid. Liquid bad. We're getting there. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can. We're getting a bit of peakage, but we need a lot more peakage. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going until we can't no more. I can. I'm different. You're different? Are you built different then? Are you built different because you can't play Minecraft well? Yeah! Yeah! Okay. Wow, look at that. I mean, at least you admit to it. I'm good at Minecraft, what are you talking about? Oh, Pero. I will show you my Minecraft. I will show you the things I build in Minecraft. You will see it. I will show you it. But you first have to make this cake. You have to build this very Minecraft-focused cake. Alright, so now, as you can see, we're getting to those stiff peaks. But we just need to go just a little bit longer. The stiffer the peaks, the more stabilized this meringue will be, and the more stabilized the meringue, the fluffier this cake will be. So we have to make sure this is as fluffy and stabilized as possible. The best way to actually stabilize an egg meringue is actually using cream of tartar. But once more, we're following this Minecraft recipe to an absolute T. The ratios are the same. The only thing that's really different is like flour, but flour and wheat's kind of interchangeable in my head, and also I don't have time to grow wheat in like one day, so you have to do it this way instead. Alright, so now, as you can see in the bowl, I'm gonna put my whisk attachment in, go up, and you can see there are some stiff peaks. So we have achieved the maximum amount of peakage. So now, I'm actually gonna use the rest of this. And make sure I mixed in my yolks and milk. So there we have it. We have all of our ingredients measured and ready to go. We are making a cake today, and this is not a very hard cake to make. The hardest thing is already done, the meringue, but now all we have to simply do is just mix the dries, the wets, and mix in the meringue. So here we go. I'm gonna get myself my handy dandy little rubber spatula here, and we're just going to simply mix one into the other. Making sure we use all of the ingredients. So already, to be honest with you, this cake is this is a very nice cake so far, because it's very batter-like. So, since it's very much like a batter, so you can already tell it's going to be a pretty okay cake. I'm just trying to get as little lumps as possible, but I'm also trying to make sure I don't overmix it, because if I overmix it, it becomes, well, cakey. I mean, it becomes bready, so it would probably be better to use cake flour for a cake, obviously. But we're taking a lot of presumptions already with the flour. So the most basic way to say a Minecraft flour would be a Minecraft cake. Minecraft wheat would be is the safest option is just to say that it's either bread flour or all-purpose, because the wheat is used for many all-purpose things like bread, cookies, something else I can't remember, but you get the point. It's very safe for us to assume that it is cake. I mean, that it is all-purpose. So it's yellow. It's a yellow batter, so it's already looking Minecraft-y. So I'm gonna clean with my spatula real quick. And now we have to fold in the meringue. Actually, before we fold in the meringue, I'm going to make sure that we oil and grease this pan. I know I'm cheating now, because now we're adding a new ingredient. But I do not want this to be a part of the recipe, it's just to make sure it doesn't stick. So I argue that it's not actively being an ingredient in our recipe here. It is just used to make sure our pan becomes non-stick. If my pan was non-stick, I would be completely fine not using oil. However, my pan is very non-stick, very sticky, so I have to deal with what I have. Unfortunately, what I have is a pan that sticks. And greased my pan, but despite me greasing and flouring it, I still want to make sure it doesn't stick at all. So I'm now going to get a piece of parchment, make sure it's correctly sized and not going to stick out of the sides here. And now I'm going to gently press it to the bottom. There we go. Our cake pan is completely lined and ready to go. And now, we have to do the most difficult part about this recipe. Folding in the meringue into this cake batter. Alright, here we go. Gonna get this meringue that we've made and fold it all into our batter. All of it. Every single last drop of it. This is the most important ingredient in our in the batter now. Because if we just bake this all together, just through all this in one go without any sort of idea, this would become a lot more dense. It would be more like a pancake of anything. So my idea and hope is that adding a meringue will make it a lot more fluffy, a lot more airy, and a lot less disgusting. So we don't have any leavening agents. So this meringue is going to help us achieve a bit more fluffiness. Right? Want to make sure I be quick with this because a meringue can deflate very quickly. So now I'm going to throw in the cake batter into my pan here. This is definitely going to be a cake of all time, let me tell you. So now we got the cake batter in. And my oven is already preheated and ready to go. So from here to the oven. And we're gonna just bake it off for maybe 40 minutes? We're gonna let that sit in the oven for at least 30 minutes, half an hour. So, unlike how I just Minecraft speedran of making a cake, this is not gonna take a very short amount of time. I think you could actually beat the Minecraft speed. You could actually speedrun Minecraft 5 times and beat the game 5 times. It's gonna be taking that long. So, yes. So this is also now where a point of time to where I tell you all to where we cheat. Where we cheat in this Minecraft recipe. Because in the recipe, in the real Minecraft in-game sprite, there are two things that are not included in the recipe. Berries, which I do have, I bought berries, and icing, which I will make. So, there are two kinds of icings I can make. There is a simple whipped cream icing I can make. Or I can make a what is it? I can make a simple confectionery sugar icing. I honestly think I do not want to make a confectioner sugar icing because it's going to dissolve a little bit too quickly. So instead, what I am actually going to do, I'm going to make a whipped icing, but at that same time, I'm gonna make that whipped icing last minute. That is not gonna take that much time to make. I first of all want to see if this cake comes out correctly, because I do not feel like wasting ingredients, to tell you the short stick of it. Okay, I'm just gonna be moving stuff around now because I need to put stuff into my dishwasher now. But yeah, that's pretty much. Wow! This what a fun gorilla stream. Did you expect me to finish this stream in such a minimal amount of time? Because now it's the short and stick of it, fellas. Now we're just waiting. This is the in real life Minecraft speedrun cake making. 20%. I think I'll be the first one to say that I have attempted something like this. I'm the first to attempt a Minecraft cake speedrun in real life, any percent. I'm going to make myself a category. I'm going to show the world. I'm going to post this on Twitter. I'm going to post this on YouTube. I'm going to post this on any sort of internet area, and people will see that yes. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, hold on, let's go. I'm just gonna really quickly just clean up a bit here. Got a lot of message. See, a funny thing is, I'm not like most guys. I actually like to do the dishes. Actually, you know what? That's not really just a thing for most guys, to be frank. Because no one really likes doing dishes, do they? I don't know. I imagine people don't like doing dishes because it's like a dumb chore, but I think it's kind of relaxing in a strange way. It's like, oh yes, let me just throw stuff together. Let me get my hands nice and clean and put them in soapy water, and it's like, it's a great time. I like doing dishes. The only times I don't like doing dishes is when I cook, and I cook for, let's say, my family. All right. So let's say my family wants me to cook one night, and it's like, man, I cooked myself and my family a huge meal. All right, you guys clean up after me. And I kind of feel bad about stuff like that, but. Me and my family has made a very fair trade transaction to where I will buy ingredients, I will make them whatever they want, and I will do the best cleanup I can. At most, they usually have to clean up a pan, a bowl, and another pan. So I try to make it fair, and I just tell them I have cleaned all my dishes, everything else is kind of left over, like the plates, the pan, and that's it. And then at that point it's like, you know what? I've done everything. Now you guys have to clean up, and they're pretty fine with that. It's fair. It's how would you say, equivalent exchange? So yeah, it's fair. I cook all the food. I pay for all the food. I cook everyone something to eat, Now you clean the dishes. Which is kind of like a sass backwards situation, no? Because usually your parents are going to be the one buying the food, cooking the food, doing all that stuff for you, and then you do the dishes? I don't know why it's like that with my family. It's kind of because, like, oh, I know how to cook. And I can cook a lot of food. And I can cook good food. So they're like, you know what? If you do this and that, we're at least going to do the dishes for you. Which is nice. Right? That being said, even though that we're not doing anything other than making a cake today, I am still gonna do some other bread thing. Because, as you can see, this is my sourdough starter. He hungry right now. So, I'm gonna feed him. He's a very hungry boy. He's a very hungry and growing man. I need to make sure I keep him fed or he will die. So, yes. He is my love, he is my friend, he is my best pal, and has been with me for years that I cannot even recall. If we're thinking about it like in this means of statistic numbers, Wheatley, which is the name of my starter, I named my starter, yes. He is the longest owned pet I've ever had by myself. The second longest comes behind Jeffrey. As you can see, he is in the bottom right of the corner here. He has lived a very, very good, modest 2 years. But I actually lied. Wheatley has lived for 3 years. So. Actually, wait, no, it's 2024. I lied. He has lived for 4 years. So Wheatley is going to continue to live. He will live as long as I want him to. And today he's not gonna die, and tomorrow is looking better. Tomorrow he ain't dying either. He is going to continue to grow and get bigger and better and smell good and taste good. And that's how starters work. They just develop flavor over time. It's great. It's cool. Cleaning can be satisfactory. I often eat separately than my family's, and I'm usually fine cleaning myself when we eat together. My parents. Yeah, same for me. My parents, I don't live with my parents anymore, and I live alone at this point. So, whenever I do meet them or see them, they often will clean for me. So, that's not going to be I'm not trying to say that I am going to make a huge mess and take advantage of that. I will still clean and make my fair share of cleaning to the dishes. Okay, well, that's all the cleaning I needed to do, really. That's that. Well, how about I show you all what I'm gonna make myself for dinner tonight, because I want to do some meal prep, because I want to eat food, and I need to eat food. I need to eat dinner, I need to eat food like everyone else. So, I am very extra, as you may or may not know. So, despite me showing you that I have made a cake, this stream is going to take a bit of a sidebar in a sense, because I'm not going to make a cake now. We have to wait for this cake to bake, which should be done in 20 minutes. I am now going to make gyoza. Chicken gyoza. So yes. I know, it's a very big jump, I understand. But listen, I just want to make a gyoza, okay? There's no real punchline or anything I want to say. I just want to make a chicken gyoza. I like gyoza. Gyoza is something I need to eat more. And I found a recipe to how to make a gyoza. And I have a recipe. I got the recipe for the filling, which is something I'm gonna make in like 5 seconds. It's very, very easy by how it looks. But the thing that's gonna be the hardest thing to make, which is what I'm making right now, is the wrappers. Apparently, to make a gyoza wrapper, it is the following: flour, water, salt. That's it. So I added my salt, I added my water, and I added my flour, and apparently that's how you make the wrappers for gyoza. So I'm gonna mix it by hand now, I guess. Nothing. You know, I don't know why today, though. I'm gonna be honest and say, I don't know why out of all the days, today I just want to make a cake. It's strange to just want to make a cake out of nowhere, but this has not been the weirdest time I just wanted to make a cake randomly. It's funny, because randomly when I used to live with my parents, and when I was in high school of all things, I used to just wake up like sometimes 12 a.m. in the morning, just like, man, I really want a chocolate cake. I'm adding a bit more water. I really just want like a chocolate cake at 12 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday night, because of course it's Saturday and I want a cake. So I wake up and go like, hey, you know, I really want a cake, but I know we don't have a cake in the house. But I know we have cocoa powder, so it's like, okay, time to make a cake. I look up a recipe, I get the ingredients, start mixing a cake, turn the oven on, and I turn the TV on, and I just kind of stare at the TV, waiting for the cake to bake, and then sometimes my parents come down and go like, what are you doing? It's like 1 a.m. What are you making? And they're like, oh, I'm making a chocolate cake. You want some? And they're like, just save one for me in the morning. I'm going back to sleep. So, there are some strange times where it's like, oh, hi. Oh, cake? Yeah, I'm making a cake. Is that alright, Dad? Okay, bye. And then, you know, it's just a very funny exchange. Baking exchange. We love doing the bit of baking. Anyways, I'm just going to just knead now, because now I'm essentially making a pasta dough. This is essentially what this is. It's just pasta. From what I can gather. I've also mentioned that when I make gyoza, I make it very incorrectly, I think. Because when I make gyoza, I don't believe it's like the most traditional way you can make gyoza. The way you make gyoza, you wrap it a specific way, but for me, I'm very bad at wrapping it in this way. So, I don't have a very good time. I don't have a very easy time with it. And I just thought of a way, because I just was thinking, like, how am I gonna roll this out very thin and make sure that it comes out correctly and also nice and thin so I can make wrappers and all this sort of stuff and things? I just remembered. I can just kind of get my pasta machine out and just kind of roll it out like that. So I'm gonna just try to make this into a cohesive mess here. And 15 minutes. We're at the halfway point, and it's only been 5 minutes. Curious. Ah, jeez, time moves so slow when you're not having a timer. Well, I do have a timer, but like time slow time not good, time too slow not fast, time slow fast no. I'm getting lazy now. Okay. it's been like, I don't know how long since I last used this, huh? It's not like I used this last week or anything. I'm going to attempt to roll out sheets so I can make gyoza. This can only really go one way. I don't think it's gonna go out a good way. But hey, I'm here to make mistakes, so you don't make them. I think. Or at least I hope you wouldn't make these mistakes. And if you do make mistakes like this, how dare you? You're not allowed to be stupid. I'm the only silly guy around here. Don't make these dumb mistakes. Learn from them. Nope. Fold here. Oh, this is actually working a lot better than I thought it would. So my recipe also did mention that I should use potato starch as well, but I know what the potato starch for. It's for keeping the pastry, not the pastry, the sheets did not stick from each other. But I'm very, very good at what I do. I'm so professional. I'm extremely professional, like so very professional, that I do not need to worry about such things. I think at least. That's what I keep telling myself. I'm professional. Yeah, I'm professional, I think. Anyways, professional or not, I can say that this sheet is pretty good. You could say it's okay, I'm not gonna make that joke. That's a stupid joke. But it's a pretty nice sheet. I'm gonna use this to make gyoza. So yeah. Leave this to the side right here and roll out my... You know, I'm also just kind of curious about everyone else. I'm a bit nosy right now. It's like 6:23 p.m. where I am living currently. So that means around this time, it's dinner time. How are y'all? What are y'all eating tonight? Or what did you already eat tonight? Are you eating? Are you watching my stream and eating at the same time? If so, what are you eating? What are we eating, fellas? What are we snacking on? If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, comment down below and let me know what you're snacking on. Well, even if you're not snacking on dinner, like what have you eaten today? Please tell me things you are eating, because then that's gonna probably be my future dinner. I'm a very spontaneous kind of cook. I don't really cook. I don't really have ideas of what I ever want to cook myself. If I cook myself something, it's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna make that. Heck, even today, making gyoza. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and they were talking about like, you know, I really love this food and that food and this and that. But you know what's really tasty? Gyoza. And then it's like, oh my god, I haven't had gyoza in such a long time. I'm going to make myself chicken gyoza now. It's gonna be so awesome. And well, here we are. Present day. And I'm making myself a nice chicken gyoza. I'm gonna steam them, pan-sear them, and everything. It's gonna be an amazing of science? Science. We'll go with science. Alright chat, I now have to kill you I have to kill you all for just 5 seconds as I now go on my phone. Actually, no, I kind of have to just unalive myself because I gotta look at my phone. How do you wrap gyoza? Are they? Oh, they're circles. Okay, cool. And for the mix, I need chicken, garlic, soy sauce, and mirin. Right, well that's easy enough. Well, I have the necessary means to make a ring. Got a ring mold, a nice good old ring mold right here. And I'm just gonna get my steamer handy because I'm about to make this into a nice gyoza. Steamed dumplings. Anyways, I'm going to start making these sheets, and actually between each sheet, I'm going to make sure I actually heavily starch them in between. Which I do have. I do have potato starch. So, I have my potato starch right here. And I'm just going to start cutting out holes. I'm going to put them on this plate even. Might need a smaller one. Oh, that works. You have one wrap right there. There we go. Easy, easy. Alright, make sure I flour them or starch them. Don't stick to each other as I stack them on top of each other. Hope I can at least make 6 of these. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to make much, but really need much. Oh, that's a nice one. I can get only one more left in the sheet. Right there. Although I have these scraps and I could like well, I could probably just re-roll them and make more sheets of gyoza. I could, but at the same time I really don't feel like rolling out more. I'm too weak. I'm not strong enough. That, and I also worked, so I just really don't feel like doing more than what I want. I don't know how many sheets I made at this point. I think I've at least made a sizable amount. What did I make? Like, I made at least like 6 at this point, right? Oh, that just fell to the floor. Actually, you know what I could actually make with this extra sheets right here? The scraps. Technically, they are very strange sheets of pasta. So what I could do is, I could theoretically just boil them, and then boiling that, and then putting that into a sauce, then I could make myself a nice pasta of sorts. I could theoretically do that, but I have standards, question mark? Granted, they're not very good standards, but they are standards. Anyways. we go. Got our lovely, lovely sheets for gyoza. Now I can actually just get rid of the starch too. Alright, so that cake, remember that cake, that Minecraft cake that we are supposed to be making? It is now 3 minutes before it's done, so I'm gonna quickly take a look. Oh my god, that's amazing. It actually, okay, cool. It actually blew up. Oh my god, wait, this is actually gonna got it. Oh, I'm excited now. I'm taking it out early because I need to do a very important thing. But look! It's cakey! It exploded a little bit, but it's cakey! Okay. I gotta make sure that this cake is cooked, or at least kinda cooked. I gotta go find out where the temperature is at 166. So that means we need to give it at least 4 minutes. So yes, here we go. Back into the oven you go, you delicious looking Minecraft cake. I'm gonna make sure I give it 3 minutes. And as we are doing that, as that is doing its thing, I'm going to make these gyoza, the filling for my gyoza. I don't know how much 16 ounces is in comparison to grams. Wish I knew. I wish it had grams. If I ever have pasta scraps, I usually just freeze them until I have enough and toss them in next time I make some. That's a really good idea too. I was just saying just throw those scraps into water, boil that, and make a sauce of it, and then eat that just how they are. But that's even a better idea. That sounds really nice, because it makes it like more rustic as well. It sounds lovely. Unfortunately for me, I did have to just toss my the pasta scraps. I just don't have enough utility for it, and I already have some in my refrigerator already. So it would just be going to an unfortunate amount of waste. So this recipe I did follow, by the way. I believe I cut it in half. So I'm going to make not that much filling, unfortunately, but I don't think I really need that much. I only need like 200 grams. I don't know why I do everything in grams, I just do. I'm so used to doing grams at this point where it's like, I like doing grams. I might make myself like a meatball or something now. Make chicken meatballs, chicken meatloaf or something with this extra ground minced meat. I'll find something for it. Okay. What pot? First set. So make sure this starts boiling, and now I gotta look at my recipe again. Make sure there's nothing. Okay, so it is no egg. Good, that's all I'm worried about. So I need soy. And I'm just doing this by eyeballing it. I'm not really I like to eyeball this kind of stuff, so a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of mirin, it says that I should have sake as well, but I don't have sake. So instead, I'm gonna omit it. Maybe a touch of ground ginger, a touch of ground garlic as well. I'll put a touch of sesame seeds as well. Okay, the cake should be done. I'm not gonna check on the cake just. It has time. It's fine. I'm also making this filling, so it's important. And another thing I am unfortunately having to substitute because I could not find it in my grocery store. And it's kind of close enough for me. I just need something green, a little bit of roughage would be. So I have gotten a bit of spinach. And I'm gonna just give it a very rough chop, a chiffonade. So it's not gonna be like your traditional Japanese gyoza, but it's gonna be close enough. Spinach. And I like having a lot of green. I like having a little bit more than I guess a normal person would. And that's my mix. Chicken spinach gyoza. That's what this is gonna be. Alright, and now the cake should be done. I'm gonna take it out. Alright, let's see what we got here. That definitely is. That sure is a cake. Wow. It actually looks quite nice, which is what I'm actually kind of shocked about. It actually looks quite good. So, there is a good... We could do the toothpick method, which is just sticking it in and just trying to see if it comes out clean or not. The more professional way, or the more nicer way of doing it, is temping it. Once it registers 190, hold on, wait. Yeah, once it registers 190 in an area, it is cooked. Technically, it should be cooked around 120. No, wait. So, a cake should be cooked to the internal temperature of 120 degrees, I think. If not 120, it's 180. Either way, if you cook it too much, it will become very dense and dry. So having a little bit of moisture in it still will keep it from getting that dry. So now, we have our cake. That is our Minecraft cake, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna look a little bit more foul than that. I thought it was gonna look a little bit more worse for wear, but that actually looks pretty goddamn good. I like that cake. I will eat that cake, and I will happily consume it. So that does look like a really nice cake. That being said though, I'm gonna start working on my gyoza. So I'm gonna get a little bit of my mix here. Put it right in the center here. And now I'm just gonna kind of eyeball how you would probably make a gyoza, because I've never made gyoza before. I have this horrible tendency of whenever I want to make something, I cannot buy it frozen. So usually all the time I have to just suck it up and just learn the hard way. Quite literally. So here I am trying to do something I have no idea how to do. Because I just want to have a nice dinner. That's kind of how you would make maybe do it. Kinda, not really. That's for my first gyoza. I don't think that's that bad. Gyoza. That's just a fun word to say, no? Gyoza, gyoza. Alright. I should get a bit of parchment because if I just kind of put this in my steamer, it is not going to. What is it? It's going to stick to my steamer. So I'm going to make sure I get it on a little bit of parchment and parchment. With said piece of parchment, I'm actually going to make some holes. So I'm going to slash it in it because I want steam to still permeate through the hole, permeate through the paper. Yes. Yep. Okay. Let me look up a way of how you fold gyoza real quick. How to fold gyoza. Okay, so from what this little tutorial is telling me, I just put it in the center like this. Then I kind of wet the entire thing. Put my dollop of whatever I want in the center. There we go. Then I kind of just fold it, apparently. And then I just... It is kind of just like making a dump. So, oh, I kind of get it. Oh, wait, I actually do kind of get it now. Kinda. Kinda getting there. Kinda. Never made gyoza before, so I'm giving myself a bit more credit and leeway, right? Whatever is used for the red bits on top, I will accept it on top of a Minecraft cake in-game. Well, sir, you would be very surprised in how we made this Minecraft cake. Because this Minecraft cake is the most Minecraft cake of all time. With simple ratio, of course, because you know how in Minecraft you make a cake with milk, 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 sugar, egg, sugar, wheat, wheat, wheat? So we made that into a ratio by measuring out the egg first. And then with that ratio, we then followed everything else to make sure that the, I guess, recipe stays true to what it should be in the game. So this is mathematically the most Minecraft cake this cake can be. Also unrelated, but totally unrelated, totally related, I guess now. I'm making gyoza because I want to make myself food. I want to eat food. And also we have to wait for my cake to cool off, so there's that too. The Minecraft cake has to cool off. We live in the unfortunate world to where we live with real-world physics. And as such, we must wait for the cake before I can properly ice it. In that case, the red chicken thing is what the red thing on top of the Minecraft cakes. Okay, never mind. I lied. It is not the most Minecraft cake of all time. I did not know that, actually. Kind of strange. The waddles? The little waddle? I think it's called a waddle, right? Hold on. Let me now actually put my, Hello? Hi. I'm moving now. Is that like canonical though? With the with the chickens? Is that canonical in Minecraft? Is that? It's so weird to say that unironically. Like, is that canonical in Minecraft? It is kind of strange. It is kind of funny. I'm just unironically saying. But is that canonical? Is that like actually what the thing is in the Minecraft cake? It's the little waddle. Calling it a waddle because it's funny. It isn't canon. No one knows the red thing on top is. Well, I'm going to assume it's sweet berries. It looks like sweet berries, so I'm assuming it's sweet berries. That's my head canon. That's my Minecraft head canon. The cake, yeah, that red stuff, they're sweet berries. That's why sweet berries were added to the game. Oh, added to the game or not, I am still putting berries on top of it, because that's what I bought. I bought some raspberries I'm going to put on top of it. We're going to make a very simple icing on top of it as well. It's going to be very cute. It's going to be very nice. I mean, it could be strawberry, seeing of how there's cinnamon swirls on top of the Minecraft cake. I don't think there are cinnamon swirls on the Minecraft cake. I don't know what you mean. Only real people will know, though. Only real people will know that Minecraft cake used to look like the cake from Portal. Real veterans will know that. You know, I would actually... If Pero was still here, I would definitely ask her that. She's the Minecraft pro of all time. She should know all this sort of stuff. Actually, I don't even know how to like call, like how would I talk about this as Pero? Do I call her Pero or do I call her Mimi? Because Pero kind of sounds really weird, just calling her Pero. So why am I calling her Pero? I should just call her Mimi. Mimi. There we go. I got 5 gyozas. Okay. Well, I'm gonna actually put these up for now. Now, let me actually do a wellness check on my cake. Alright, cake. Time for you to come out of your cakey vessel. Honestly though, the way this is actually kind of like looks like a actual like genuine cake is actually kind of shocking. There it is. That's our Minecraft cake. Ooh, it's very cool. Very lovely. Smells like a good cake though. It smells like a pound cake. I'm definitely gonna let it cool off though, so make sure that we can actually ice it today. I'm gonna throw it into my freezer so it's cold quick. Gotta find space for it now. I think this is also what people do in professional bakeries too. I know that they used to do this in my college. They used to do this in my bakery. They used to do it in my college a lot. And what is it? I think they do that at my job too, to where they will freeze the cakes, but not like freeze it like until it's like frozen solid. They freeze it so it's more easy to work with, because when a cake is kind of cooler and colder, it, one, doesn't melt the icing, also, it just makes it easier to work with. So there are some actual true benefits to why you want to actually kind of get your cake cold, and freezing it is the most effective way. Now granted, when I say freeze, I'm not actually meaning by freeze the dang cake. You just kind of want to freeze it until you just want to throw it in the freezer until it gets cold. So that's what I'm trying to more or less refer to. Minecraft buckets have the same amount of liquid in them as water buckets. A water bucket has about 1 liter of water in it. That is true, but listen. How do you bake a cake in Minecraft? Key thing, you don't bake it, you craft it. So I did take a little bit of leeway with how the interpretation of a Minecraft cake should or should not be. And that is the interpretation that I took of like, hey, they're gonna be a simple ratio. They can only be a simple ratio. Could it be something else? Yeah. But that's just the way I took it. So I did that. Minecraft Steve's fists are just fast enough to bake it. I mean, that is a good point. But what if that's not the case? What if that's not true? You never know. That might not be true. And if he is that strong enough, then why doesn't he bake his, why won't he, cook his chicken that way, too? Before you also say it, I'm also gonna say this really quickly. No, you cannot bake bread like that either. If we're gonna talk about how he makes bread in that kind of time, and with a crafting table without baking it, that is simply impossible. That is just Minecraft logic. Unfortunately, we do not live in that world of Minecraft logic. We live in the real world of logic and reason. The virtual world, in some sense, is also like that. So I have to adhere to those rules as well. So unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason why it's impossible for Steve to make bread like that is that to make a simple bread, we're not even talking about a yeast bread. To make a simple bread, you need water. To make bread, you need to gelatinize the flour. Gelatinize flour, you need some sort of liquid. It doesn't have to be water, but water is, it's very much the easiest and also possibly the most easily available ingredients, especially in Minecraft. Oh, I caught that with my knee. So you would still need water to make a loaf of bread. But somehow Steve magically makes bread without water, or at least some sort of liquid. You could theoretically make You could theoretically make something out of oil or some sort of thing, but that's still using a liquid of some sorts, and that liquid helps gelatinize flour to make bread and all that sort of stuff. So you do need, in some semblance, a liquid. Sweat is a liquid. That is true, but sweat is not in the crafting recipe. That is a good point. Sweat can be an ingredient. But unfortunately, to make a loaf of bread, you do not need sweat. That is not a required ingredient. So that is not valid, I guess? You could just spit in it now that I think about it. Exactly. You see, if you say there's sweat, then why won't he spit in it? And also, that's just kind of nasty. Why would you use your own saliva to make bread? That's like, it's nasty. Why would you use any sort of your bodily fluid to make it into like edible food? That just sounds very unsanitary and disgusting. It doesn't sound pleasant, I'll say that much. And in some sense of the imagination, that must be a food safety violation above all else. My God. Yeah, I'm just trying to really quickly get these. Trying to really quickly get my dinner done. Because the less I can focus on my dinner, the more I can focus on actually finishing the cake today. Yes, by the way, we are making cake today. Did you all forget? Did you all remember, maybe? Y'all able to retain that? Because I nearly forgot. Kind of. Not really. I remember. Thieves can carry infinity to the 8 of power. We don't question Steve. Technically, in a Minecraft book that was officially made, and I think is canon, Steve doesn't actually carry the item. He more or less just I don't actually know the full scaling of power it is, but he doesn't actually carry the block. It minimizes and enters a inventory slot, which is what happens in game. This is apparently sourced from a book. An officially licensed Minecraft. Yes, we're power scaling now, I guess. Didn't know that this baking stream of Minecraft cake was gonna turn into a power scaling stream of how strong is Minecraft Steve. Yeah, I think it's that book, yeah. There we go. Now we don't have to focus on my gyoza anymore. My gyoza is ready to go. Do not worry about my food. It is not something that we now need to worry about anymore. Be not afraid. We're going to make cake. Alright. So to make this cake, we're going to need some icing. For this icing, I'm going to be using whipped cream. Yes, I do understand that whipped cream is not an icing. However, I don't care. I do not like making an icing with... I do not like icings made with, like water and powdered sugar. First of all, I don't have enough powdered sugar to make that. Second, I don't like powdered sugar icing because I always feel like it's so thin. It's not really much flavor. There's not really much flavor to be had, and it's, in my opinion, it's just kind of sweet. It's sweet with no real flavor. So you could say the same thing with what is it? Whipped cream. But personally, sometimes I think if you make whipped cream good enough, which is what I try to do, it tastes like ice cream, and having ice cream as an icing is awesome. So yeah, you can't change my mind. That's why so many people like ice cream cake. I personally don't. I like just icing. A good icing, but I do not have the required materials to make a good icing. There's no crafting recipe for making a good icing either, so we have to kind of deal with what we have our hands on and what we have access to above all else. Now I need to know when I followed you. I don't know how you check that, but there is definitely a way. And now, I'm touching my cake right now, and it's nice and cooled off, so we can definitely now play around with it. So we're definitely gonna cut it down to make it more of a cuboidal kind of shape, because it's very rectangular right now, so we need to make it more into a cube. Hold on, I want to take a picture of this before I actually get down to business, actually make the cake. Okay, back to cutting. It feels a bit dense, but actually looking at the interior of it, it actually looks kind of looks good. It looks a bit fluffy. Actually take a little piece of it. It actually does look like a nice white cake, so it looks very lovely. Alright, let me see here. Yeah, salt is very important, because this is a very bland cake. But, you know what it honestly tastes like? It tastes like a fortune cookie. Yeah, this 100% tastes like a fortune cookie. Not a bad thing, but that's what it does taste like. Wow, I'm having a fortune cookie with my chicken gyoza. Wow, I couldn't ask for a better thing. Anyways, let's make this into a more cuboidal shape. So, go like this. Here, here. Nope. I want to make sure I get a nice, square cut. There we go. Another cake, I'll save it for something else. I'll make cake crumb or something with it. Or cake pops. I don't know. So, here we are. We got our cake here. And now, we are going to make the icing. So the icing is going to be very simple. I'm going to put in a little bit of heavy cream. A little bit of sugar, and also just a little bit of salt, because it's just going to help it. A little bit of salt, and a little tiny splash of vanilla extract. Alright, time to whip out the mixer, my hand blender, and now time to get to the whipping. go. Have ourselves some whipped cream. So it's whipped cream. I'm going to take my Minecraft cake, place it here, and I am now just going to ice my cake. No one redeemed first? Yeah, no one really does that. Right. Okay, so I'm just now going to my cake here. Actually gonna have to pull it up in my hands a bit because I need to make sure I'm actually icing this properly. And I know it's not icing, but still I want to make sure I still cover it correctly. And there we go, it's iced right now. But now we're missing one crucial thing. The berries. So I'm gonna take the berries and then just plaster them on top. That wasn't a good. There we go! That's it! It is, may I present to you all, the most Minecraft cake of all time. This is pretty much using the base recipe in game that you use, a very simple icing, and some berries that are very much to the game in the game. Not in real life, but close enough to them in real life. That is the Minecraft cake! That is the most Minecraft cake of all time. Just gotta now clean up, and I'm gonna take a picture and then just I already had a bit of a taste of this, so I kind of get the idea of what it's gonna be like. But it's still gonna be a nice cake, and it's going to very much satisfy my cake wants. My wanting of cake. Gotta take a picture of it. That is very important. Well, I suppose it's now time to try and get one slice of this cake, right? Okay. As with most cakes, the best way to cut a cake is a nice, hot serrated knife. So I got a very nice, hot, wet serrated knife. Cut it. There we go. That's one slice. Well, this shouldn't fill me up too much. It's like one slice, so that's like half a hunger bar. All right. Well, here's the one slice of cake. Yeah, here we go. Try it here. Let's see. Sorry, I want to put that. I want to put my cake. But yeah, that's a pretty tasty cake, all things considered. The flavor of it is like an angel food cake, but it's a lot more dense than an angel food cake. It's actually pretty good. The flavor is good. The whipped cream really helps it a lot. It makes it a lot more tastier. The nice burst of fruity flavor from the raspberries helps take it that extra mile it needs to go. So the raspberries are actually very nice. The icing is very good because it's simple icing. Well, it's simple whipped cream on cake. And the cake, to be honest, is subpar. But that being said, for being a very subpar cake, and especially a cake in Minecraft with that basic recipe in mind, that's not that bad. That is a very good cake, all things considered. That's a very tasty cake above all else. Well, yeah, I think that's... Oh, whoa. Yeah, I'm just checking out my gyozas. Yeah, I gotta go finish my food now. That's only like half a hunger bar for me. I'm still hungry. I still need to eat more food for the day, so I think that's it for the day. Today was just a random gorilla stream anyways. I wasn't really intending on streaming. I just wanted to really make a Minecraft cake. So, yeah. Very small, very simple stream today. I made a Minecraft cake, and I'm not gonna stop saying that until you all realize I've made a Minecraft cake. I made a Minecraft cake. Do you understand that? Alright. Here. I'm gonna take a quick second to go move myself. Alright. Minecraft cookies might be good. Minecraft cookies would not be good. Because that is literally flour, and cocoa beans. Not chocolate chips. Cocoa beans. And not only that, but raw cocoa beans. So that would not taste good. That would not taste good. There's also no vanilla extract, brown sugar, or any other sort of things to help give it flavor. So a Minecraft cookie, I am not gonna do. I only did a Minecraft cake because with a Minecraft cake, you actually have all the essential ingredients to make a good cake. So yeah. Anyways, Twitch chat. We are going to go raid Rainy Shrimpy. We have a raid message if you are not subscribed. And we have a raid message if you are subscribed. Use whichever one you want, and yeah. We're gonna use that when we raid our good old pal Rainy Shrimpy. Thank you all for tuning in. Hi Dad, you decided to join last second. I'll see you all actually, I think, Saturday? We're gonna be streaming again Saturday, and we are actually going to be we'll actually be baking a lot of things. I still haven't figured out if I want to do healthy cooking, or if I want to do, or French cooking, but we will find out. Check that out on Twitter. I'll be active on Twitter in the community tab, so keep an eye out for that. That's it for me today. I hope you all have a good one. I'm gonna go finish up my food, and yeah, Otsukichi, and I will see you all around later. Ciao. Bye bye. Ciao.